state of Michigan is in the middle of a marijuana mess. On August 21st, Michigan Medical Marijuana Licensing Board member Donald Bailey proposed a motion to close all current dispensaries in the state by September 15th and not reopen them till December. Bailey cited a 2013 Michigan Supreme Court ruling stating that dispensaries were operating illegally. The problem was that in 2008, when Michigan lawmakers gave the green light to medical marijuana, there was no mention of dispensaries in the legislation. It allowed for local governments to take it upon themselves to decide what is and isn't legal in their jurisdiction.
Right now in Michigan, it's all about which county you're in. We're here in Washtenaw County, it's free. But you go up north to Oakland County or even further, and they're raiding people.
The situation isn't exactly clear in Ann Arbor either. Phil Sable, owner of Bulldog Provisional Centers, says he's been dealing with legal problems and police harassment since purchasing the business.
We made the mistake of not getting a permit on our sign when we moved in, and they've used that to come in and write us tickets, about $500 a day. In fact, I just paid $8,500 worth of tickets last week.
To complicate things even more, Michigan is on pace to gather enough signatures to get full legalization on the ballot this November.
What is the first state in the Midwest that's going to legalize marijuana outright? Michigan, you got it.
We're all for having regulation. We want to make sure that the patients are all getting exactly what they need. Unfortunately, our view of the bill is that it's aimed more at big business. It's structured a lot like the alcohol distribution in Michigan, and I believe what they're trying to focus on is the relative possibility that we're going to go legal here, and they're setting it up for that. But unfortunately, the amount of overhead is going to be so extensive that it's going to drive the price up for medical marijuana.
The state has had a long and complicated relationship with cannabis. In 1969, poet and activist John Sinclair was arrested for selling 2 joints to a female undercover officer and sentenced to 10 years in prison. His arrest became a rallying cry for many in the music industry and produced the John Sinclair Freedom Rally, a 12-hour concert featuring Bob Seger, Stevie Wonder, John Lennon, and Yoko Ono.
We gave him 10 for 2. What else can Judge Columba do?
After 45 years on the legalization front line, ending cannabis prohibition in Michigan seems like a no-brainer. The state has been one of the hardest hit by the opioid epidemic. Opioid deaths have doubled since 2012, and in 2016, 1,275 opioid deaths surpassed traffic deaths and shootings for the first time.
Drug overdose is now the leading cause of accidental death in the United States, and opioid overdose deaths have nearly quadrupled since 1999. It is a problem the likes of which we have not seen.
Combine that with the fact that Michigan is in financial ruins. The state debt is nearly triple their GDP, and local municipalities like Detroit and Flint have some of the highest unemployment rates in the country. Considering that Michigan's population is larger than either Washington State or Colorado, who are raking in billions in cannabis sales and hundreds of millions in tax revenue, legalization in Michigan could be a financial goldmine and a source for much-needed jobs in the heart of the Rust Belt.